Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back. So, Scorpio, this is going to be your July you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person that you may be connecting with or thinking about during this time frame. All right, keep in mind that it is a general reading, so that means it can be interchangeable. And in addition to that, it can be an intimate person or platonic person in your life. It'll resonate differently with all of you. So let's go ahead and get started. The overall shared energy, you have two cards fly out there, is the ninth house of seeking and the square, which is kind of about challenge. So this is the shared energy, Scorpio, or the shared karma, so to speak, within the connection during this time frame. This is talking about wanting to do things in a different way, okay, or needing to do things in a different way. This is about seeking out new adventures, new opportunities, for some of you, a higher education, or just hiring your knowledge and understanding of this connection, okay, or this person may be doing that as well. There are some challenges here, Scorpio, so there may be some tension, there may be some stalls during this time frame, and we do have a lot planetarily going on, so that kind of makes sense. But this is to kind of fuel your motivation, fuel your desires, so to speak. So when you start to feel frustrated or tense during this time frame, Scorpio, it'll be important for you to kind of reorient yourself and think about what it is that you want and where you want things to go, and try and make some conscious decisions to pay your attention to that, because there is adventure here and there's an opportunity to maybe even experience some new things or take some risks that maybe you weren't ready for in the past. So this is kind of like a get ready energy, so to speak. So let's see what your overall supporting energy is here, Scorpio, and then I will look at the person you are dealing with. You have the Three of Wands. Wow, you're getting a lot of cards. This is going to be a doozy. I can already feel it. Okay, so here's your overall energy here, Scorpio. So this is about, getting prepared. Like I said, this is like getting ready, all right? It's like some of you have really been patiently waiting to free yourself from some restrictions, or free yourself from this feeling that you can't, or that you can't express yourself. You may have been waiting for things to just kind of play out, taking like a sit back and observe approach. But you're getting ready, you're getting ready for some change. You may already feel it intuitively, or some of you are already making the plan, of what your next move is, or what you plan on moving towards, okay? So there is an assertion of freedom here, but there is this willingness and readiness about you, Scorpio, during this time frame. So let's see what this person's overall energy is. And they have the Seven of Wands, so there's challenges here, okay? This person may be seeing the challenges and not the blessings, so to speak, and or this person sees this connection as a challenge for them. It may motivate them, to be better, or to be better for you, or better for themselves, etc. But there's a sense of that challenge here on this person's side. I feel like it kind of frustrates their energy, but at the same time, it motivates their energy, if that makes sense to you. So that was just the surface, Scorpio. Let's go into the recent past and your perception of each other, your genuine feelings, what's at the core, blockages, and future outcome, okay? So what led up to this for the recent past? Scorpio, what energy led up to this for you in the recent past? You have the High Priestess out here. Woo, you had a lot of cards come out. All right, they kind of came out all at once. So you have the High Priestess here, Scorpio. Then the Page of Cups. Then you have the Palace of Coins, okay? And then the Ace of Coins. So it just felt like, I think, Scorpio, that what you what you envision for yourself, I feel like in the recent past, wasn't showing up in your reality. Okay, so it's like having a higher understanding or knowing like the spiritual connection or emotionally what you're seeking for, but not seeing like the way to get there, not seeing the proof in your reality that this is even tangible or that this is even attainable, okay? And it could be due in part to failed past commitments and or just not having that firm foundation in the past, and so that has made you a bit skeptical, whether you understand that or not, Scorpio, and that skepticism has kind of pushed you farther away from the goal that you were trying to work towards, which is a firm foundation, which is something that you can hang your hat on, so to speak, you know, feeling accomplished, having somewhere that is not just comfortable to go, but everything you dreamed of and more, you know. So I feel like some of you maybe didn't see the tangible results that you were looking for in life or within this connection, and it kind of created doubt as to your ability to bring that into you and to sustain that. And so that doubt, so to speak, kind of planted a seed that blocks you from being able to manifest this, because it is here for you, okay? And it was here for you in the past, right? But you were kind of holding yourself back for whatever reason. Okay, and I felt that in the past energy at the beginning of the reading, the sense of getting prepared or not feeling like you have the ability to do what you want for whatever reason that was. You know, so there were blockages there, yes, but I feel like for the most part, those blockages were things that you put into place, that you told yourself, you know, were reasons to restrict yourself from believing in what was possible for you, okay? Yes, so it's like being connected with your intuition, knowing what you feel, but not trusting what you feel, which is a dangerous space to be in as a Scorpio, because you rely on your emotions as a water sign, as your barometer to what is right for you or not. So some of you kind of lost touch, so to speak, with that compass, that emotional compass, right? And that's in the past energy leading up to going into July. So let's see what's on this person's side, Scorpio. Their recent past. Okay, so they have the Two of Pentacles here, the Page of Pentacles in their recent past. So I feel like, and then the Five of Swords. So the person that you were dealing with, or are dealing with, Scorpio, during this time frame, they, you know, in the recent past, they had been going back and forth or were of two minds about either this connection or a situation in their life. But I feel like they did make a choice here, okay? So they go down from the 2 to the 1. So if they had a choice between two things, two people, two options, or they were just simply kind of juggling in their mind as to like what they wanted to invest their time and energy into, this person has made that decision in the past, right? So they've dropped one and they are putting time and energy into something that they feel has potential, growth potential here, or something that at least at minimal keeps them grounded, because I feel like they were getting too caught up in a really negative headspace by continually like reevaluating things or continually, you know, being pulled back to something. And I think, you know, this person didn't want to feel that anymore. They didn't want to be in this indecisive energy. And so I feel like they made the choice to stick with one decision and to stay connected with that decision, no matter how much they doubt that decision, okay? So there is doubt on this person's side as to whether they are making the right decision or have made the right decision. But I feel it doesn't take away from the fact that they're resolved to sticking to it, okay? Even though there's doubt there. So let's go into perception, what you perceive about this person and the connection, and keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, okay? So we're skimming the surface, but we'll go deeper in a minute. So what is your perception then, Scorpio, of this connection here? And you have the Chariot out, the King of Cups. Well, that's your energy. Give me one more card here. What's your perception of the person that you're connecting to? The Palace of Swords in the reverse. This is interesting. So, Scorpio, when your perception of this person or the connection is that there was progress and then there was not progress. You know, I feel like emotionally you still are involved in the connection, even if you're not physically participating in it, meaning like you still have emotion for this person, okay? Obviously, if you're still with them, that would make sense, but there's still a lot of emotion here as you're showing up as the King of Cups and what your perception is. I think, again, when you think about this person or this connection, you have a really hard time making sense of it in your mind, okay? You have a really hard time finding peace with that situation because it just doesn't make sense to you, you know, or this person just doesn't make sense to you, or it bothers you. It bothers you because this card in the reverse is lack of mental well-being, okay? Lack of understanding or insight, okay? So I feel like you have a lack of understanding of either this person or this connection or why this connection is here. It's like feeling a lot of emotion and not even understanding why, you know? And it's really halted progress here within the connection, okay, with the Chariot in the reverse. I feel the only reason that things stopped moving forward is because you stopped believing in it, and or you couldn't really figure it out, or this person couldn't, and it became too confusing, you know, it just became too confusing on your part or their part or both parts. So let's see what this person's perception is of the connection here, Scorpio. Oh, wow, they have the Chariot as well. Their perception of the connection, the Four of Pentacles. Ah, I got a lot of cards again. The Star, the Two of Swords, and then the Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay. So it's interesting because you both have the Chariot, which is forward momentum and progress in the way that you perceive the connection. This person saw it in the upright and you saw it in the reverse. So you see a lack of progress or movement. This person sees progress or movement or the potential of that. So this person has a bit of a different perception than you do in regards to the connection. It's funny because this person, they are very fixed in what they believe is right for them, okay? They're very fixed in whatever they've made their decision on, okay? And I saw that in the recent past that they made a decision, and I see that this person really believes that, you know, if they just stay consistent and fixed in the position or decision that they made, that they will get what they are looking for in their life, or for some of you within the connection. The funny thing is this person is at the same time having a hard time understanding you, having a hard time understanding the connection, or still getting stuck in their head about it, you know? So this person also lacks insight or understanding. So you kind of are not able to fully come to peace with the situation in your mind, okay? This person is in the same energy, Scorpio. So it's like you both see the connection in kind of a different way, but at the same time, almost the same way, you know, as far as lack of understanding, okay? Because it's like this person sees this connection as something that was progressing and then just came to a complete stop. And it's almost like it didn't even get a chance to get off of the ground, or they didn't get a chance to launch what they really wanted. If you're still with this person, then it's just like this person sees progression, but at the same time, it's on someone else's terms, you know, so like one of the parties in the connection seems to hold all of the cards, you know, and this person has hopes and dreams too that they want to attain, you know, so, and, or you do. So that is interesting. Let's go deeper, right? So that was kind of surface level. Now we're going to go beneath the surface and go to the core of what your true and genuine emotions and intentions are towards this connection, Scorpio. Your true and genuine emotions at the core towards this connection, towards this person. What is Scorpio's genuine emotions here? So, you have, okay, the Nine of Cups here, and how you genuinely feel. And then the Five of Coins. Yeah. Okay. I see what the challenge is. That's for sure. Right. So if you go back to the beginning of the reading, I talked about seeking new adventures, but then there being a sense of challenge here, and I see it presenting itself again. And then the Seven of Pentacles. So in how you genuinely feel, Scorpio, you want pleasure. You know, and who doesn't, right? You want satisfaction, Scorpio. All right, so this is the emotional satisfaction of having what you want, clearly. But at the same time, at the core of what you're feeling is the Five of Pentacles. This is the belief that you don't have what it is that you want. So you know what you want, and you believe you don't have it, and therefore you don't have it. See, so you're kind of manifesting from a place of disbelief. And so what you've been attracting in the past leading up to this is disbelief, you know, and evidence of why you should not believe, you know. So you always get what you ask for. Be very careful what you ask for, Scorpio, because what your heart desires is here for you. I see that. But there is some sort of like belief that it's not coming for you, or not there for you, or not available for you. But then again, here you are in the Seven of Pentacles. So you genuinely wait for this person, or you wait for this connection, or for some of you, a new opportunity to have something satisfying. It may be with a different person, okay, or a different area of your life. But for most of you, this is in regards to the person that this reading is about, because you patiently wait for emotional satisfaction. In the meantime, you feel that you have to suffer while you wait. And that's not at all how it works. You are not put on earth to suffer. And I know that for some of you, you've been put through a lot of painful things. And so you have a hard time believing that. But you're just... the point is to learn and to grow, okay, Scorpio, and then to not become hardened by that, but to become stronger from that. And there's a difference. And this belief system that you have here of expecting to be left out in the cold, or expecting not to have enough, or for there to be a struggle, is what blocks you from getting the satisfaction that you want. And you're being patient here because this obviously means a lot to you, but in a way, you kind of get into your own way. All right, so let's see what this person genuinely feels towards you, Scorpio. So what is their core emotion or intention towards you? Who's Scorpio dealing with? Oops. So they have the King of Swords and how they genuinely feel. Okay. Wow. All right, their cards came flying out. Page of Wands. Temperance. So, Scorpio, when it comes to this person's genuine emotions, you know, well, here's the funny thing. This person's surface level conscious mind has made the intentional choice to focus their energy on one thing, and they've made their mind up and they're going to stick to that. And on an intellectual level, that's where they're at. Now, on an emotional level, at the core of this person, they are still going back and forth. They are still going back and forth. So it's like this person has kind of put the cart before the horse. So they are announcing or telling themselves in their mind that this is my mind. I made my mind up. That's it. That's it. But then their heart is saying something different. It's saying, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. But I feel like this person is wanting to ignore that because they're tired of being in this in-between state. They're tired of being in this indecisive state. And so they are, at least at the time being, ignoring that emotional tug, because they're all about their mindset. And this person has their mind made up. And so this person may be someone who trusts their logic over their emotion, or they have a hard time getting in alignment with what their head wants and what their heart wants, or they know that what their heart wants isn't good for them, and so they've decided to go with their logic. It could be a variety of different things, but you get what I mean, Scorpio. So it's like this person genuinely wants to be independent, genuinely wants to be playful with you. Okay, so this is how they feel in regards to the connection, but it certainly could be just how they're feeling in general. But I feel like for most of you, it's towards you. It's like this very serious exterior, but this very childlike interior, so to speak, where they want you to take them seriously. And that at the same time, they want to be playful with you, or they want to play with you. So in a high vibrating way, this person just wants the permission, so to speak, to be respected, but also to be themselves. In a low vibrating way, this person may want you to take them seriously just so they can play with you. Like play with your emotions, play with your mind, whatever. Because they're not certain about what they want. So why not keep you on the hook then, Scorpio, until they decide, even though they're telling people they've decided, or they're telling themselves they've decided, deep down at the core, I can see that they have not. So could be either or scenario, or both, all of the above. So what is the blockage then, Scorpio? What is the blockage for Scorpio? So you have the Six of Wands, and it's in the reverse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, 8 of Wands. Sorry, these are new cards for me. Lack of communication in the reverse. And, that could be coming from your end or this person's end or both, but it's disturbing the peace. And whose peace is it disturbing? Yours, more than likely, your mental well-being, all right? Because there is a lack of understanding on your side but it's also on this person's side. So when you leave things open-ended like that, it tends to nag at you until you address it, okay? And like I said, I feel this on your side, but it can be the other person's side as well, or both. So let's see what this person's blockage is then, Scorpio. They have the Nine of Pentacles. So this person's blockage is, again, they're fearful of losing their ability to be themselves or to be authentic, okay? Or that you will not accept them as their authentic self. That could be a worry. This person doesn't want to lose their ability to decide for themselves or have that independence there. So let's look at the future outcomes, Scorpio, and keep in mind that all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. That part is totally up to you. I'm just telling you what it looks like, a snapshot of today. So let's see what the most likely future outcome is here for Scorpio. And you have the Seven of Swords. It's most likely future outcome. Ooh, your cards are taking their time. All right, so the Palace of Wands in the reverse. Then you have the Five of Wands in the upright. All right. So again, Scorpio, all right. Scorpio, the future energy, it's like, it is, again, lacking the vision of how to bring things to life that you want. I shouldn't say lacking the vision, because you know what you want. It's not seeing the path or the way, okay? So I feel like there is a struggle here, an internal struggle for a lot of you. There is some sort of struggle here as to being able to see your truth, or the truth of the connection, okay? Because there's a lack of faith, I feel, in the connection, whether that's from your end or this person's end. You know, there is some sort of like not being able to see the vision, not being able to see. For some of you, I heard the purpose, but I think it's more about being able to see what the next correct action is. It's like knowing what you want and just feeling a bit challenged in how to get there, okay? But I feel like in the future energy, Scorpio, you know, I'm just going to straight up say this, and this is not going to be for all of you, so let me give it to you this way. My Scorpios that are struggling a lot right now, and you're feeling kind of sucked into your lower vibrational self, let me start with you. Lying about what you want is not going to get you what you want. Lying about how you feel is not going to get you what you want. Deception, period, whether it's self-deception or you're doing this to someone else, is going to create a struggle for you in July. And you'll notice that it'll reverberate into your reality. So things will feel unattainable. Things will feel impractical. You'll have a hard time seeing through things, through understanding your emotions, because you're not lining up with the truth of your inner being, and your inner well-being wants for you to be able to believe that you are worth having everything that you want, and to go towards that, and to stop thinking that you are not deserving of that, okay? So because I see that if you are quote unquote low vibing Scorpio during this time frame, maybe you're just not feeling your best, that you may try to go the route of manipulation, deceptions, trying to start trouble, you know, and all it's going to do is create trouble in your own life. It's going to create conflict, right? Now, for my high vibrating Scorpios, those of you who know that your behavior is linked to what your experience is, if you've been having trouble, you know, figuring out how to get from point A to point B, then the future energy is saying to, you know, get rid of anything that is deceptive. And like get rid of the thoughts that make you feel that everything is a struggle. You know, stop thinking that everything must be work to that everything must be a struggle first and then the reward, or you got to work hard to have a really good life or a really good relationship. You know, not really. I mean, it's only hard because you think it should be hard, and therefore it's hard because you're saying that's what you want. Doesn't actually have to be that way. So my encouragement to you is to get rid of those self-limiting thoughts and beliefs and start replacing them with the belief that things are easy, things flow to you naturally, that you are in alignment, that you deserve not only the comfort of having everything that you want, but the peace of mind and well-being that comes from it. And begin to tell yourself that each day. And when the negative thought pops in, stop yourself and replace it with the positive thought, and you'll get there a lot faster. Actually, that's advice for all Scorpios, whether you're low or high vibrating. But yes. Oh, I knew this was going to be a complicated reading. Oh my gosh, we're at 30 minutes. Okay, so let me see what this person's future energy is. 8 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. This person is walking away. Okay. What are they walking towards? So this person's energy, Scorpio, is in this space of walking away, okay, claiming their self-worth, not really making any major movements, waiting for things to come to them, you know, believing that things are going to come to them naturally. Trying to find comfort in the practical and the everyday in their home environment and career for some of you. But this is like comfort zoning, so to speak. And then there's this tower here, this big change. So I definitely want to see what that is. So it's like this person has made their mind up, Scorpio, and that's the direction they're heading in. And they are, like I said, even in the future energy, sticking to that, finding comfort in just the simple fact that they've made a decision. This person is trying to be patient with themselves, that their heart will eventually catch up with their head. So what is this change then? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. So they're getting stronger in their belief that the decision that they made was the right decision, okay? There is still some confusion on this person's side. And like I said, on an emotional level, sorry about that, Scorpio. Your video is so long, it literally stopped me. I did not mean for this video to be this long. My apologies. Like I said, I don't remember what I was saying, but they have made their mind up, and they still emotionally go back and forth, but they're getting more and more certain about the decision that they have already made, even though it's challenging. But they're taking that challenge as motivation to help them plant their seeds and make some changes. Okay. And yes. And I don't want to say byproduct, that's not the word. Like, because they've made that decision, they're also becoming more emotionally open, okay, to other possibilities. And that could be renewed possibilities within your connection with this person or outside of this connection. It'll be different for all of you, but this person is trying to be patient here. Okay, so yes, I'll leave it there. Oh my gosh, Scorpio, this reading is so long. Let me, this is what happens when I get new cards. Let me tell you the zodiac signs I have here. And I do want to say that I just saw 2 cards come out on both sides that I didn't see. There's love here, Scorpio. You know that there's love here, okay? And I see it as mutual. But that's just an FYI. There is Capricorn energy, Taurus energy here, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus again, Virgo, Cancer. Let's see. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces. Yes. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I see, but keep in mind it can be any zodiac sign. These are general readings. If it resonated, it resonated. Please do leave me a like, share, and subscribe, and a comment down below. Also, you can check out my Facebook and my Instagram, linked in the description box, as well as the About page. And don't forget to check out my merchandise. Wishing you the very best. Till next time, Scorpio. Namaste. Bye.